Welcome to the Smash Masters podcast, hosted by Stefan Eschi and Nick Priest. This is where we dig into the auto body collision repair field and talk quality repair methods and how the industry is always changing. Buckle up, it gon' get bumpy.
What up?
Hey.
Yeah, so episode 33, it's gonna get bumpy, I think, huh? What do you think?
Just a little bumpy.
Yeah, what's up,
just
David?
A little bumpy.
And Janelle?
People telling us to take some extra caffeine tonight with that. Our guest on, he likes to go on for hours. We're told.
I mean, he does have a show that runs 4 hours.
Yeah,
That's quite a bit.
A few shows.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Right.
James
Hello,
Bernard.
What up?
Nice to see you, David, Janelle, Alex. Thanks for coming on.
Absolutely. How's everybody doing this wonderful Monday evening? I have gotten on here before and said Monday morning, but it's definitely an evening show. He said he's got his monster. Shoot, yeah, man.
All right. If I had one of those now, I'd be up all night.
Yeah, so the screen probably looks a little bit different.
Oh, yeah, down there. Down there.
Yeah.
Got it. There's another little logo there. Mr. Matt Boyette and James Ricci reached out to us. They wanted us to tell you guys about they have new online training on their website, dentslayer.com. It's looking pretty impressive. And what's really cool about this is that if you're unsure about it, is that you can, here's the PDR essentials. And there's a lot to be gained there. But if you want to just check it out, you do the quick start, you join the quick start, it's free. So, like, kind of a little try before you buy thing, and make sure that the style is right for you and you can learn something. So at dentslayer.com, there's easy links there to head to their online training area. And
it was some pretty sweet looking stuff. I mean, to get started with, there's a little video as well, I think.
Yeah, let me play the video.
Yeah. So,
oh man, I almost started mosh pitting around my podcast room there.
That's right up my alley with my style of music as well. So that's some super cool stuff right there, and it's a really awesome way to get into pushing dents, learning lights, and everything else that you would need to get started in doing such repairs with PDR tools, and excellent set of tools to go with the Dent Slayer line as well. So, what's up?
What's up, Daniel? Yeah, Dent Slayer does make some great tools. I mean, so I'll tell you, I tell everybody that I started with my PDR training online because, like most people, I mean, I'm in auto body first, and I was interested, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to fully invest yet. So the online training was a nice financially effective way to get my foot in the door, and I fell in love. I mean, I spent all my free time watching videos and pushing in my why do we like everything metal? That's right, Andrew.
Because metal is life. That's why.
So it's a nice way to get into the industry, and then I mean, you could just go and just practice out from there and become a PDR professional. You can decide to look into some in-person training. You could get hired at a PDR business and get trained through them. There are other options, but to start out, grab some online training. Matt Boyette really It's pretty cool, I have to say. I mean, not to be a little fangirl, but I'm at work in the morning, and all of a sudden my phone comes up, all out paintless dent repair is calling you. It's like, oh,
Mhm.
Matt Boyette's calling me. That's pretty cool. But yeah, no, it's very cool that that they reached out to us to have us talk about their training and everything. And feel honored because I bet it's one hell of a way to start learning. And speaking of tool makers.
We got a fantastic tool maker just waiting to hop in.
You can't wait.
No, he's ready. He's ready. What's up?
Hey guys, we're just trying to set the mood a little bit
Yes.
here on all.
Yes.
I like it.
Oh,
I like it. I like it.
I
Mr.
mean, I like
Jon
a little
Videen.
hype up music myself. You
Right.
know, it's
Right.
get you going.
That's good. That's
Hello
good.
there.
I like
How
that.
are you, boys?
How's it going, man? It's great. It is fantastic.
Yay! I'm having a great day, my dang self.
It's about time we had you on. I mean,
Yeah.
it had to happen eventually. You can't have a podcast without getting Mr. Videen on the show.
Well, shucks.
Right.
Well,
And
shucks.
actually, but when me and Stefan decided, hey, let's start a podcast, or before we hit the go live for our first show, we was on Dents and Dreams podcast.
I do recall. I do
Yes,
recall.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
You guys
sir.
both do. You know, I saw the future. I knew it was going to be a great show. You guys both do great social content, and I figured this would just
Well,
be
thank you.
the cherry on top of that little long form conversational stuff to add to all your great repair videos and yeah, it's been going good so far. I mean, I haven't seen. I've got to be honest. I haven't seen every episode, but I try to catch them when I can. And
Well,
We
a
appreciate
guy
it.
that puts on a 4-hour Denton Nerds podcast, plus Dents and Dreams, plus wherever you're at doing whatever else, I mean, that you got to be kind of busy to keep up with that,
There's Cliff.
oh, hello there, Cliffy.
Cliff is in the house.
Andy
my
bought
good
some
friend,
new
Cliff.
Reaper tools for Black Friday.
Thank you,
Sweet.
Andy. Thank you. Much
Figured.
appreciated. Yeah,
You're,
yeah,
You're one of those tool whores just like me. You got to buy them all.
Got to buy
yeah.
everything.
Yep. My list has grown as well. I'm getting got a few things, so I'm excited.
Nice.
Very
Well,
nice. Very nice.
I have to say that I haven't really bought anything yet. I just been pushing, but gonna change that soon.
Oh, geez.
I bought
Well,
something.
yeah.
I bought
What'd you
something.
get?
I bought the A1 light stand, the one that's just a vertical pole, so I can add the Limited Medusa adapter to it.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Use my mobile light on a stand. It's being mobile, I needed that. I'm not a big fan of suction cups. It's good to have the option, but I wanted that stand for side panels.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've not used that one personally, but I've seen it in many videos. I think Toledo uses it a lot in his
Mhm.
in some of his videos. He's also anti-suction cup. They
Mhm.
can fail; they'll fall on you, and they'll leave rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
especially
are.
on a hot day. Oh man, I left a fucking circle on a Volkswagen deck lid. Probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 years into my career. Well, Hudson, that's just
I had to put that up
that's
there.
not. I don't believe that for a second.
Why not, Hudson?
I know it's not because you can't afford them. I know it's not that.
Yeah, right.
Guy's richer than.
Yeah.
James says he don't buy them either. He wins them.
That's
True.
right.
That's true. James wins everything, and
he
good for
said
him.
he-
I couldn't have it
Yep.
to a nicer guy.
Yeah,
He pretty much owns them already. Well, you've got some new tools that are coming out.
Yeah.
Recently, right?
We just
Yeah.
dropped the 3Ds with help from Cliff Ramadin again, and
Uh-huh.
and the Kratos tools, the fat tip Kratos tools with help from Alex Kukulis of
Oh, okay.
and Digest fame.
Nice.
nice. That was I seen them over there on their show. That looked like some pretty nice pushing tools that are going to be really useful in the near future.
They do look really
Yeah,
useful. With
Yeah.
they're thicker. You know.
Yeah, I actually still got them right here. Let's
There we
see if I
go.
can pull my table a little closer.
We a Reaper tornado tab. Ooh.
Ooh. Hey, John, have you ever thought of making the shafts on like a taper?
That's interesting. Actually,
Interesting.
Hudson and I have already tickled that topic last MTE. We,
Uh-huh.
I don't know how much, meteorological sauce was involved in those conversations, but I don't know. I guess we could have called them the typhoon. Yeah, that's taken. You know what? We'll work on a name. We'll work on.
Typhoon.
Well, we'll see what we can figure out. But
I like it. David comes out here, finds out about Dent Digest after he won the giveaway from. David sends me a message. I think it was 2 weeks ago now, and he just says, "Hey man, do you ever get an email from Kiko that says order information, but it says $0 and you didn't order anything?" And I'm like, yes, but there's got to be more to this, what's going on? And he looked into it. He's like, oh, I won the Dent Digest giveaway because I bought Black Magic tips. Or I think that's what it was. He bought something.
It was the Black Magic tips.
The Black Magic PDR tips, which
yeah,
are great, by the way.
Absolutely love those things, and anything to help support a brother in need. I don't know if people know the story, but Ted Conan of Black Magic PDR tips got in an accident, had a traumatic brain injury, and if you follow his page, it's impossible not to be inspired by this guy, because he is busting his ass just to get back to some sense of normalcy. He's learning to walk again, learning to talk, like all this shit. He's had to start back from zero, and it's gonna make me cry almost here.
He's an amazing dude.
He is. He had a video of him pushing.
Yeah.
I saw that. I saw that the other day, and man, oh man, I mean, much props to him. Yeah, for sure, and and Thanksgiving on our heels. What a thing to remind you to be grateful for everything that we have. I mean, just the fact that I didn't fucking have to struggle to walk out to the garage to be on a podcast with you guys, and it's mad props.
We can't take it for granted.
If you guys need tips, and everybody needs them, go to Black Magic PDR tips and get some. Support Ted and his family, and it's a great product. I bragged him up before all this stuff, and I loved the tips before, and I just hope that he's got the financial wherewithal to make it through this, and I know for damn sure he's got the heart, and
for sure.
He's gonna keep pushing and get back to normal. So
looking forward to that. Teddy. Looking forward to him getting back to it and being able to meet him in person and everything too, because it has been really inspiring watching his journey. I mean, it's sad, but it's pretty much amazing to me about this community of PDR professionals that are coming together to help a brother in need, and it's pretty amazing. Yeah, happy birthday, John.
On my birthday.
I do this to Andy all the time, so it's only fitting.
That was great, Andy. Thank you. And John, perfect reaction. It's not my birthday.
I mean, thanks. You know what? For my birthday, everybody can go buy a new Kratos.
There it is. There, you
Sticky
want
foot grill, nice rounded edges,
a gift
buttery
for
smooth
John
pushes
on his
you can
birthday.
drag through. I mean, zero flex. There's very little shave out of this tool, and there is that. Yeah, don't. Why are we reminding people of my birthday? I don't want to get older, Andy. You see me every minute of every day fighting the age thing. Like I act 12, and I
I
keep
remind
getting
Andy
further away
weekly of
from
his birthday.
So
Yeah.
you want to hear something depressing? I mean, this has nothing to
Oh.
do with cars or anything, but if you're, let's say you're turning 25 this year, right, John?
Sounds right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
okay.
So you're turning 25 this year. That means you're already in your 26th year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
haven't completed it yet.
Yeah.
So if you think you're one age, you're actually in your next year.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Wow.
Sorry, everybody.
Wow. Buzz killing. This
Yep.
segment of the show brought to you by Cracked Paint. What else can we talk about? That's
Lift
Buzzkill
depressing.
Bill over here. Oh
Yeah.
no, they're
No,
not
that's
New
great.
Balance. They're just slip-ons, no shoelaces at all. They're the best in the world. You slip them on and just
He got
ride.
them hey dudes.
Hey, dudes. Hey, dude. They
And
also have
they're
some
Skechers.
bros. Skechers. Let's go.
Of course, Janelle knows.
Yeah, right.
I mean, Skechers, Crocs, stuff,
Yeah,
bros.
yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, John, we wouldn't be so being the Smash Masters podcast. Most of our viewers are from the auto body world, so we want to know what got you into PDR. What got you interested in it? I'm sure you've covered this before, but not with us.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
I-
we can talk about. I could talk about that story at least one more time. We'll we'll give you one more.
Let's get one more in here just for the collision world because
Once upon a time in a different world in a different land, old Jon Videen was selling Yellow Pages ads.
Oh,
Believe it or not. So
Uh-huh.
you know, I would go out and talk to different business owners and
in person?
in person. Yep, on the
Okay.
phone and in person. But
Okay.
that
yeah,
doesn't
I was-
hate you at all, does it? Saying yellow.
I mean,
Pages? Not really. Not really.
It-
We won't mention that.
yeah, it doesn't matter. What are they going to do? Sue me? I don't think they're around anymore.
No, not them. I'm talking about dating you as your age.
Oh yeah,
And Yellow
there,
Pages.
there you go. Yeah, it's hard to
That's
believe
why-
I'm 25.
yeah, right.
Anyway, but so yeah, what is it? What is a Nashville pickle? Anyway, I had some friends that I went to high school with, Justin Burdick and Sean Moss. They worked for Luther as a big dealership group up here. Justin was a detailer, and one day they came in and said, "We're sending you to PDR school." And he said, "What the fuck is that?" Whatever. Learned it, was doing really well, as was my other buddy. And then,
Nailed it.
you know, as the Yellow Pages went bankrupt,
Hmm.
and I eventually got let go. It hailed that year, and my buddy said, "Well, maybe you could be my hail sales guy." So I did a couple ride-along days with them, and we're at a body shop, and I was standing on the bench with the hatch off of a SUV looking down the roof, and he's sitting there fixing dents, and I'm like, "Well, this looks fucking...
Yeah,
This looks pretty easy.
It's easy.
You're just pushing them out. I mean,
Mhm.
fucking hard can that be? Why don't you just train me to do this?" And he's like, nah. And I don't know, 2 weeks of me begging him to train me. Finally, he gave in. I lived in an apartment at the time, I had a garage stall in a community garage, huge, long garage, whatever, 60 parking spots. Mine was in the corner. And you got me a trashed out hood and a light and some tools. And I sat in that garage the first day for 13 hours, just grinding, like trying to figure. I'm like, he made it look easy. He can fucking do it. I can do it. And the next day I woke up and I couldn't feel my pinky or the inside of my ring finger. I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I might have to quit. Like, one day I can't feel my fucking hand. Like, I don't know if I'm built for this. And I went to the chiropractor. He's like, yeah, you just pinched your ulnar nerve. He cracked me up and everything was normal. And I just kept going. But so that was a close call. But it ended up working out. And
Oh, God.
The rest is history, basically.
For those listening on audio, we're laughing at Michael Glidewell just came in and said, "Man, you guys are really desperate for guests."
I'm like, isn't that funny that it's really ended up working out? I didn't see. Yeah. Well, yeah.
And
Glidewell said no, so here I am.
Yeah, right.
There we go. And Jared from A Better Repair over on Instagram says, if the moon was made of cheese, would you eat it?
If the moon was made of cheese, would you eat it? I would, and I'd wash it down with an ice cold Coors Light.
That's now it's, I know it's Will Ferrell's
doing Harry Carey. Yeah.
Harry Carey. Yeah, that's what I was.
Harry Carey. Yeah.
That's old school SNL for me.
Old school.
That's the best of the best.
Oh yeah, it's good
Will
stuff.
Ferrell. The Will Ferrell years were pretty damn good.
Yeah. Yep. I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I told John I was going to heckle him on here. You guys are great. Thanks. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Yeah, keep heckling.
Yeah, sure.
Keep it coming, Glidey. At least I know when the freaking shows are. I show up on time. How about that?
I don't know what he's referring to, but sounds like you're being called out there.
We did the Black Friday show last Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And I mean, everybody else understood it, but Mike said, well, I thought it was on Friday. It's the Black Friday show.
The Black Friday show. I didn't catch the beginning of that. I did catch, about midway through, I think. I was hung out in there for a while.
Hey, man.
What's up, Matt?
That was a grinder. Armijo was on as well. Yeah.
Yeah. What's
up, Nick?
Dent Vision. Those new knockdowns, man. Yeah. That's a game changer.
Have you tried the Dent Zapper, the paddle?
Yeah. I've actually got two. He sent me the extendable one and he put my logo on it. Thank you so much.
Isn't that cool?
And then it's kind of funny because he said, I'm sending you a paddle, and I had just bought one in Vegas. I'm like, dude, I just bought one. And he's like, well, this one's different. So that was awesome. So
yeah,
I got two.
Yeah,
nice.
That's I use mine almost every day. It's between that and the new Kiko hammer, which I also bought.
Yeah, those things are money, dude.
Between those two things, I'm set. Like, I put everything else away. So I got everything I need.
Yeah, I've been using that paddle pretty much exclusively since I've had it. I use other stuff, but I just gotten used to the paddle. I enjoy it.
Yep. Yeah, and it's all what you know. There's so much of that kind of stuff is feel and muscle memory and
I've just gotten used to it. Yeah, like the muscle memory. I've just gotten used to it. I like the way it feels, all that stuff. So I don't feel like I need to be picking up anything else really.
No. Well, it's good to change every once in a while too. I mean, sometimes sometimes you find something new. And yeah, like my Kiko hammer has replaced my older former Big Smash hammer that will now go in the basket of Forgottens, which is of approximately 35 hammers deep, somewhere in there. It's
Oh damn!
a ridiculous amount of hammers.
Oh jeez.
What's up, Greg?
I'm not
Yep.
surprised at all, Mike Mac, that you use Kiko hammers daily.
Yeah,
Not
me
really surprised at all. It's-
Give Mitchell, what up, real world?
yeah.
Gotta respect the crowds. I think he could get Harry Carey to do a bit for him. If
So
crowds
many
were made of
hammers.
cheese, would you beat them?
That is a lot of hammers.
What's up, Ricky?
Yeah. Yep. Jack's been here. He's seen the basket of hammers.
Yeah.
Ricky Thompson, shout out. Thanks, brother, for the orders.
Prefer paddle for knockdown, but I use a hammer mostly. So I'm with you on that, Cliff.
Yep.
100%. Because I finally figured out what tips I should throw on a blending hammer to actually be able to blend. Still a newbie, so I'm figuring things out, and it's nice knowing that I can blend with appropriate tips. So that's cool. But yeah, the paddle for knockdown for sure.
Right. Absolutely, David. That is very true.
It's a body man starter set. Yeah,
Body
35
man
hammer.
Yeah.
I have at least
get
that.
I get it. I get
Yeah.
it.
At least.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta love it. Yeah, I love seeing all the body guys' tools. It's,
Yeah,
kinda-
I got a ton of tools that just kind of sit there and collect dust now. I mean, a whole gigantic toolbox full. So and
yeah,
you know,
they're probably not collecting much dust if they're not in a body shop. You know,
well, you know, that's just the old saying. You know, they're just there. They've gone to die. You know.
I don't use my hammer for a day in the body shop. It collects dust, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Hey, Gregory, we don't know who that is either because we have yet to snag him to get on this show here.
Oh yeah.
who you trying to get on the show?
Gregory. That's all right. We haven't bugged him that much. We'll bug him more.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
the
a good
Dent
dude.
Vision paddle is my go-to right now, also for doing 99% of knocking down whatever. I mean, I've put blending tips on it and use it for blending. I don't really do that a whole lot. I like it for knockdowns.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
Yeah, it's a good one. I got I'm still stuck on my ratchet hatchet.
yeah,
Hatchet.
I haven't used it yet, but I've seen it. I just hadn't used it. It
Yep,
seemed like it was a cool concept, especially for a short guy like me.
Yeah, so it's
Wow.
carbon fiber shaft, but the handle is kind of like a paddle, so I use it like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll be like that, and
Yeah.
I've had this for so long. I cannot live without this. I actually fixed a Jeep Grand Cherokee in a parking lot, and I left this hammer, well, not this specific hammer, but a ratchet hatchet and a knockdown on the roof, and they drove away. It was $100 dent, and I left $150 hammer plus 50 plus 35 plus another $50 in knockdown. I mean, I left over damn near $300 on their roof, and they drove away. And I realized that as they were pulling out, I was like, "Oh no!" So took the L on that one. That was a tough day.
Yeah. That's not a fun day for sure.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah, just
Nice to see
Gregory's
you,
going to
Reed.
be on Michael Glidewell podcast show here soon, right? The
RWO.
He is.
I
He's
don't-
going to be on RWO.
Yep.
Yep.
Talk about being desperate for guests.
Oh, come on. Come on now. No, Gregory is a good
I love
guest to
Greg.
have on.
Gregory's been to my house many times. He's invited back anytime. I love the dude. Yeah, it'll be a great show. I'm just salty because Gladwell's been heckling me. I have feelings too. I'm a person, I'm a
Right.
real live boy, and I have feelings.
He said, "What's $100 dent?"
Well, this was 5 or 6 years ago, Corey. So it's
I know what
things.
$100 dent is. Having a
Yeah.
new dent business, you definitely know what $100 dent. You know what a $50 dent is.
Absolutely, Jim. I couldn't remember if he was going to be on that show or another one. I know I'd seen it, but man, there's been so much going on here lately. I couldn't
Yeah, I
remember.
forget who else is on that RWO.
Someone is.
Yeah,
Beard.
Clydewell, and
I'll think of it. I'll think of it later.
Yeah.
Harsh.
Love me too, Gregory.
Oh man. All right. Well, so being a tool maker, John, what? I love the tabs you make, and for those that don't know, John is behind Dent Reaper, all those tab designs, the tools that he comes out with. But in the body shop world, finding your tabs was essential because it was hard to get little pulls strong when you don't have the glue pulling process on like that built into you yet. Your tabs just have that extra strength in those little purple tabs that really changed a lot for me with glue pulling.
Yeah. It was a lucky design. I always say it. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut. But it's that step down that I call it edge flex technology, patented edge flex technology. But it allows that edge to flex and bring the power to the middle.
Yeah.
Coors Light has brought us a lot of ways. You betcha. No, I was just struggling on a rail one day, and took a break, and it just, I don't know. These ideas just, they come to you, and I don't know how. It's not like I was sitting down. How can we improve the glue tab? And, just something hit me, and I was like, well, fuck, why don't we do it like that? And
was it another Coors Light or probably something else?
Might could have been. Might could have been. But
What's up, Rapid?
Yeah,
I don't know
Chris
who
Dale.
Rapid is.
Chris Dale in now. He's the first guy I ever met at MTE. It was kind of funny. I pulled up to the bar, and I was like, "Oh, you here for that dent thing?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh,
I better get a better phone, Josh."
And it's like, how long you been pushing? He's like, well, I don't. I just, was gonna, check it out before I got into it. And I was like, what the fuck are you? You're awesome. You're crazy. Here, let me buy you a beer. And introduced him to Mike Toledo. He got trained, and now he's killing it. If you watch his stuff, he does a lot of motorcycle tank dents now, and he's a great tech.
I haven't gotten into motorcycles yet, mostly because I don't have any of the stationary stuff. But
I bought the stand and all the tools, and I did a few, and I said, fuck that. And I sold it all to my buddy Q. He would come over here like once every other month, like, hey, can I borrow your stand? And then one day I was just like, you need to buy this up. You use it more than I do.
Right.
So that's what he did.
They look like they would be kind of tough to do. I mean,
the setup is a pain in the ass, and it's thicker metal, and I don't know. I guess I could see if I really got into it.
Yeah.
But there's just enough car dents that I don't need to reinvent my business model, and I don't know. I didn't love it the same way. Bar was closed. You had to back Backpack and cooler.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This
That's
is
how we
true.
meet some of the best people in life.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
When the bar is closed.
If you have beer when the bar is closed,
Well,
that's a life hack right there.
being
It's not even a tech tip.
where MTE is now, when they close the bars like at 10,
Yeah.
that's understandable.
No. Yeah. I mean, I still love MTE to death and will definitely be
Me
there.
too.
But,
Can't wait to go. Can't wait.
yeah, in my personal opinion, I like the Rosen better than the Gaylord, and we'll get that back.
Well, we look forward to that next year.
Sorry, Andy. Yeah, I snuck up on it. I snuck up on you.
Andy didn't know what he was getting into, did he?
Yeah,
No,
wow.
no.
That's before he quit drinking, so I didn't know what I was getting into either. But I just woke up with this Andy dude's name in my phone. I thought, who the hell's this?
Didn't we all? Didn't we all? Oh, very cool.
Man, oh man. But yeah, go to the events, guys. Go to MTE for all the guys out there that haven't been. Like, if you get the opportunity, it is an absolute blast.
Hold on. Andy says Videen tried handing me a beer at 4 in the morning when he was going to bed. You mean you didn't take it, Andy?
I can neither confirm nor deny that. Surprise, surprise.
He has no recollection of that at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
That might be true.
That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah.
Well,
I can imagine.
so being a tool maker, you got any sales going on since it's Cyber Monday?
I do. It's still 10% off until 11:59 p.m. At dentreaper.com, and I believe A1 has 10% off all Dent Reaper tools at pdrtool.com. So
Okay.
get them while they're a little bit cheaper.
Are
It's a write-off.
the two new tools, are they available on there as well? Or
Yeah. And if you go to dentreaper.com, they're on the homepage. They're the first options available. You'll see them, the 3Ds and the Kratos. I didn't show the 3D yet, did I? I just showed the Kratos. The 3D is the one that I worked on with Cliffy. So much snack talk tonight. I wonder what happened.
Those two are always going at it in our comment section.
it's weekly.
They come on Monday just to take it out on each other in our comment section.
Yeah. So the side edges are shaved out. It's interesting profile. You can side load or roll, or and then you got the beautiful sharp tip. You got the beautiful sharp tip. Which yellow page? I feel like you guys should just have them on so they can get it all out.
Just have both of them on.
Smashmaster's roast battle.
So we had Andy on. We had Andy on with Brandon. We should have had him on with Steve. Now I get it.
Smashmaster's roast battle. That would be.
Steve's gonna fill Andy's house with Legos. Oh my god.
You've said that before, Steve. So you got to live up to it now.
Right. He's trying his best. I'm gonna need to get both of those tools because I know some pretty good uses for both of those.
Yeah, dude. I had like a 4 or 5 inch crease on this Malibu. I've been doing these freaking driver's ed cars. They're just and for this leasing guy I work with, and but yeah, I mean, dude, this gets down a door real nice and easy. You don't need a left or a right, so you can side load with the side profile, and
That's
I
interesting.
mean, just rolling out a crease, walking out a crease, however you want to say it. It's super clean, super fast, and then you've got the super sharp tip to clean it up with. So
Clean it. Yeah.
I would say takes a lot of touch with that sharp tip, Nick. So just be
Yep.
careful.
Yep.
I know you're on the newer side of PDR. Have you used a lot of sharp tip stuff yet, or?
Oh yeah, I've used a ton of sharp stuff. Yeah.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good.
I use yeah, I've got pretty much the only sharp stuff I have is from Ultra Dent though. I've got some of those what are they, the Dead Dent Tools set, the peak set that had a sharp tip in it. I use it for knocking down quite a bit. Works really good for that.
Yeah. The Pee-wee?
But yeah, I think that's what it is. But I use a lot of metal stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
No, the one that's
Is it
the
black?
no, it's that
Uses the
same
one that's
color.
sharp.
It's just pointy. It's super sharp. It's in that same kit though.
Yeah, I think this is the sharpest one, unless
There is
I
a
don't know.
sharper one. I've seen him use it.
I don't know which one it is.
Might be a
Um,
different set though.
well, if there's a freaking tool that I don't know about,
No way.
I'm
Right.
gonna be surprised. I'm gonna have to look it up. But
Yeah, I don't know what it's called offhand. I just pretty simple. See, like, buy,
oh yeah,
and I forget the names of them, and then like I don't know what the name of it is. I just saw it, I like it, and I use it.
Yep.
But yeah, doing like really precise knocking down and stuff, I use that sharp for that. It's been working really well. Um, Ultra Dent Tools, sharp tips, I use for just really fine tune pushing up those little micro
Yeah.
pit and
Yep.
stuff,
Yeah, they're invaluable when you need that accuracy.
I wish I did know. I don't know what it's called. It was just I bought the whole freaking set that
Listen, Nick. You can't. Every time Andy talks shit, you can't respond. You can't respond to every little criticism Andy gives you. It'll be the Andy show.
I give him quite a bit, so it's only right for him to. Yeah, but I don't know what actual tip that is. I wished I did though, because I would sure tell you. I'll send it to you tomorrow. Show you what it is. You probably have it and just don't know it.
Yeah.
got
So
it.
if I didn't say, I just saw Cliff comment. If I didn't say, this is me and Cliff. This is what happens when you mix. Oh, okay.
That
That's that one. Yep.
It's match grade sharp tip. Okay, I didn't know
Yep,
what
yep.
it was called. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
When
the
you
one.
said dead dent, that threw me off a little. But yeah, those are. Yeah, I have that tip as well somewhere.
Yeah, I use that one for precise knocking down and stuff. So works fantastic.
Beautiful thing. But yeah, me and Cliff came up with this. We got to give Cliff a ton of credit on the 3D. It definitely would not exist without Cliff. So
A lot of credit to Cliff.
yeah. If you guys
Done.
get a chance to work with Cliff, take it. I'll just leave it at that. He was a 20-year body man.
Yeah.
Turned PDR tech, and
I remember talking about that with him.
he is a smash master.
Yeah, I have heard his story on another podcast, one of the OG podcasts, and he doesn't know it yet, but I was probably going to get him on here soon to talk about, because he is Collision, done all the good stuff. So, yeah,
That's our bread and butter
he can
right
talk,
there.
paint blending and mud this and
yeah.
filler that. I get lost in all that stuff, but
All that auto body.
all that
stuff.
auto body stuff. I just make them look pretty with my fancy bent metal rods and glue tabs and
Yeah.
So speaking of which, if somebody is out there, and they've got an idea for a tool. What should they do?
Well, I mean, it's tougher now than it used to be, but because like I got in with A1 pretty early on before um, a lot of people had done it, and so I kind of been grandfathered in. Um,
Okay.
but
Nice.
it's a little bit more difficult now because they're they're at capacity. The amount of work that goes into making these tools is pretty crazy, and yeah, so it's a little bit more difficult now. But like with Cliff and with Alex, they both were just like, they didn't want any money out of the deal and whatever. And there is some money to the development side of it, but
Yeah.
but in the long run, it'll I'm sure be a profitable tool. But as far as I mean, you could talk to uh, a guy like me or Boyette or A1 even, potentially, and if they have the time or capacity to get it done, if it is something
Yeah.
that warrants getting
Okay.
done.
Yeah.
Someone somewhere will get it done, I would think. And I mean, it depends. If it's a metal rod, that's one thing. If it's something more along the lines of an accessory,
Yeah.
plastic piece. I was fortunate to again hook up with Kiko before. They've grown, I mean,
A lot.
exponentially compared to when I first started working with them. And I mean,
Mhm.
they're worldwide now. I mean,
Yep.
it's crazy, how fast and far they've come, and it's really cool. But yeah, I mean, the other thing is there are, just if you look up like prototyping or whatever, I've worked with a few prototypers in Minneapolis here, and
Okay.
so, but you know, set your expectations low when working with those guys because they don't know what PDR is. Yeah, I have the first Reaper hanging on my wall here. I mean, it's laughable. I brought
Yeah.
it to this guy, and I mean, it was just so far from what you would actually use
Yeah.
as a PDR tool. It's funny. I just saw Cliff's.
Yeah. Wait
Cliff's
about the
coming.
money.
Yeah.
Wait. What about the money? Yeah. Sorry about that, Cliff.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was just about to ask you about the beginning stages of Dent Reaper and how you came up with that. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was born. It was born on a Mazda lot in probably 2014-ish, I would say. Uh, those Mazdas, they keep bubbling them out more and more. And my favorite door tool was spinning out, and
mhm.
I had to find something with a little bigger kick than what was out there at the time, and just like I say, I went about prototyping it and couldn't figure it out, and then actually John and Maria were on the PDR Tool Time podcast, and we're talking about they were actually doing custom tools at the time. You could just call them up and send them a design, and they would make you one tool. And all the prototypers and stuff I went to, I spent hundreds of dollars, and then I called and had the first Reaper made. I think was under $100, and I think got maybe 3 different iterations of it, and the third one was perfect. And then a couple years later, well, my dad had a stroke, so I quit the company I was working for here and went on my own. Just like I just said, well, if I don't do it now, you never know. You never know what the hell can happen. So,
Right.
uh,
Smart.
yeah, went on my own and started Grey Duck Dent Repair here in Minnesota, and then called A1 and said, "Give me 50 of them Reapers, 50 or 25, I forget." Tom over at A1's like, "What the hell are you gonna do with all that?" I said, "I'm gonna sell them." He said, "Okay, good luck." And yeah, so my buddy Q actually went down to Anson. Toledo Dent Trainer was having a mega media event down there, and Q had signed up for that, and I just gave him a handful and said, "Thanks, Vinny." I said, "Give him the podcast boy," and there he is, still loving Vinny, still supporting me. But yeah, Vinny was the first one who said it on PDR Tool Time. He's like, "Oh yeah, I got this tool called the Dent Reaper." I mean, I literally had to pull my truck over. I was like, "What the fuck? They're talking about me on PDR Tool Time."
Yeah, isn't that cool?
It was crazy, and
Very cool.
yeah, it gave me props, and then yeah, my Facebook Messenger started blowing up, and I had to figure out how to build a website and do all that stuff, and yeah, it's
A lot of
fun
stuff
stuff.
thrown at you.
yeah, it's been a great ride though, man. I've enjoyed it all along the way, and super grateful for everybody's help and support,
Yeah, and
especially.
going
We do
out
it.
on a limb and deciding to go make a bunch of freaking rods and sell them in hopes that other people would enjoy them.
Little
Yeah,
bendy
yeah.
sticks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and my thought has always been like, if I can I knew that tool saved me time. Like it just
Yeah.
made me more efficient, made my life easier.
Well, that's
So
the
if
good
if
thing
I
about
save
tech.
techs all over, then I'm saving collectively all that time. And
Hmm.
um, I don't know, like you listen to guys like Zig Ziglar and shit like that. Just, if you help everybody get what they want, then you'll eventually get what you want. And
Yeah.
if I can provide little bits of value to everybody across the industry, then somehow, some way, karma will find a way to pay me back. And
Yeah.
been working out pretty well so far.
Absolutely.
I'm grateful every day, man. It's awesome
Well,
industry, and I
you,
mean, just the friends in here. Like you read up and down the comments.
yeah,
I
right.
know so
Hmm.
many of these guys, and love them like brothers. So it's just it's so cool, man.
Well,
So
you
cool.
you do a good job with all of that too. I mean, honestly, I didn't expect to see you at SEMA. All of a sudden we're in the Kiko booth. There's Jon Videen in the SEMA in the Kiko booth at SEMA. It's like, well, damn, like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
didn't have to
Well, I
be out
mean,
here.
that was actually a surprise opportunity that Chris from Kiko just called me and said, "We got an extra room at SEMA. If you can get down here, would love to have
Nice.
you." And so I was like, "Let's go, honey.
Yeah.
I'm going to Vegas again.
Did you
Aren't you
did you
going to
enjoy?
Nashville?" "Yeah, I'm going to Nashville."
Yeah, you did both, didn't you? Right in a row.
Right. Yeah. That was.
Uh,
Did you enjoy SEMA?
oh
Was that
yeah, what a blast, dude. There's so much to take in.
it's
Uh,
insane.
You can't
yeah.
video it and make it what it looks like in person. You just
No.
can't.
No, yeah.
You can't.
There's not a wide enough angle lens, I don't think.
No.
Yeah, and I took one day and tried to walk. I walked most of the show, uh, and I mean that was freaking crazy. But I mean, even just the auto body repair section
Yep.
was. I mean, there's more to take in there than you can really do in a day.
There's so much stuff.
Oh, there's a good question.
Which is
From
most like Pedia or Reaper pick or Reaper rod? Loving the Hales Angels. Well, the pick and the rod, they have the same tip. They're not as sharp as a circus rod, as a MT rod. Let's see, I got them here. So the difference between a Reaper pick and a Reaper rod is the depth of the back swoop. So
Mike Mack trying to call you out. Don't worry about
Did
it.
he show it? No, one day, Mike Mack. We'll get to Mike Mack. But it's just the depth of the swoop and on the amount of kick. So the idea behind the pick is more for tighter areas where sometimes that swoop will get in your way. But if you're in a tighter panel, you want less kick and less swoop. The pick allows a little bit more access with all the same functionality. So, but yeah, they are very sharp, but they are not as sharp as a circus rod. So, little bit different feel there. I have circus rods. I love them. I have Reaper rods. I love them.
Okay.
Every tool's got its place, and yeah, I mean, minor adjustments can make a big difference. So,
for sure,
that's how that goes.
Hope
I answered your question, and also know that I didn't. So, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
The best I could say is that, like, if you ever get a chance, like, you go to the shows, pick them up, feel them, touch them, and it's so hard in the way our tool business is to be able to get tools in your hands. Like, the shows are really the only place you can do it. So,
yeah, right. That's a big part of MTE, going there and getting your hands on all the stuff that otherwise you can just look at on a screen. You can't really get a good feel for it.
I mean, that's why we keep talking about MTE, Mobile Tech Expo, and it's January 30th to February 1st, Gaylord Palms Resort in Orlando. There must be some comments coming in.
What's the name of the place again?
I don't know what I said, apparently. Why? What did I say? Whatever.
Run it back.
Oh my God.
Run it back. We're clipping.
I don't even know what I said, but whatever.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It's all good. Oh, snap. Anyway, let's get
if you're
back
interested in tools, head to MTE, put them all in your hands. I don't know what these jokers are laughing about, but whatever. It must have said something. But yeah, no, it's a great event. It's really like a big party, but honestly, the for newbies, it's important.
Cliff's in.
I hope that Opus.
I did not say that.
I hope Opus Clip didn't pick that up.
Did I really say that? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
Oh well.
We made the episode even more fun. Let's say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna clip that and put it on all the social medias.
That's
there you
perfect. Go. Perfect. Yeah. If you thought MTE was wild last year.
Right.
Oh boy.
Oh, snap. That's funny. Yeah, back to Mike Mack saying I showed up at noon every day. That was one day, first of all, and I had already walked the whole other side of the show. So
yeah, I would blame it on. I would blame that on trying to get from one end to the other. It's kind of difficult. I gave up on trying to find half of it. We went through the Tesla tunnel to get to the other side to look at some stuff, and we ended up somewhere. I don't know where we were, but I said to hell with it, and we just went back into the front.
Yeah, I get it. It's
what it is.
It's quite the.
Just deleted your comment there, Andy.
What?
That's all right.
I'll have to call him and ask what he said.
He said transition's going well. Then I see.
Oh, nice.
Everyone talks about my transition.
Uh huh.
It's nice.
Going well.
Yeah. No. Not at all.
Oh, your transition from you're doing it in reverse. You're going Caitlyn Jenner to
Oh wow.
you're
Why
becoming
my face so
you're,
red?
be, you're
Oh, you
becoming a
know,
real
you guys, you
boy.
guys, you guys make me really embarrassed here.
Oh no.
No. Yeah. What did you guys find like the hardest going body shop to PDR?
What
You
did we
first.
find the hardest? Really, to be honest with you, the amount of stuff that's out now
Yeah.
is overwhelming when you don't know what is what and what to do with what. So
Yeah.
that's really the most difficult. Now, just say you have the stuff set up, like you have your light, you have some good tools, and you're pushing and you're doing stuff. Um, for me, like finding your tooltip and that sort of thing wasn't really difficult because the hand eye of doing body work is
Yep.
already
Yep.
there. So I skipped that part. Reading, I would say reading a light maybe
Yep.
like cross checking and reading near and
Yep.
far. That was probably the hardest thing to kind of get used to. That and like I said, so many tool tips to do what with stuff. You know
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah,
was
definitely.
me
I can see
anyway.
that. Yeah, definitely. Changing the angle of your board in the beginning can be a very depressing thing to do. Like
Right.
you think you're good, and then 90-degree turn of the board, and you
You,
realize,
you
oh
look
shit,
at it and you're
I'm
like,
gonna
this
be
guy
here
was
for a
talking
lot
about corn
longer.
rolling. What is corn rolling? And you change your board and you're like, I know what it is now.
Or before somebody tells you to cross check, you're turning the light off and going, but I can still see it. You put the light back on. It's like, now it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. Learning to read the light for me definitely was probably the hardest part about it because we're so used to feeling the panel. I mean, I still do
Yep.
it. I still
Yep.
feel
Yep.
I still feel the panel all the time, even when I'm doing PDR or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I catch Clip doing that all the time. You rub it. I'm like, what the fuck are we rubbing? What are is
You're
a genie
feeling
gonna
it,
come
man.
out of there? What?
Absolutely. No, that's the biggest difference. The other part I'll say is with body repair. I mean, we're making metal movements without being able to see what we're doing. We're like I said, we're feeling the panel,
Yeah.
so we
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
see what we're doing when we're hitting or anything. So then the
Yeah.
body man mentality, when we got the light on it and we got a rod behind and we're pretty sure we know where the tip is, so we're just gonna
Yeah.
give it some pushes. It's
Yeah.
like in PDR you
Yeah.
don't do that and you make accurate pushes. Whereas
Yeah.
in body work, you just you're pretty sure it's high right around here, so bang 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 bang.
Yeah.
So that's
And
there's
you're doing it with a sanded down panel. You don't have a reflection.
Right.
None of that.
right. That's why we
Yeah.
can't see anything. So changing that mentality to only making movements when you're sure you're in the right spot, is that was a whole different switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have made a couple of pushes. I've been looking at the light and I was cranking down on it, and I'm like, there's nothing happening here. What is going on? Like, and I just said, finding tooltip, but you're over here at a crazy angle, and I look to the left a little bit, and I got this big TP sitting over here. I'm like, well, ruin that.
I've
Yep.
done that
I've
too.
I've done
remember
that a
those
few
days.
times.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, that and just really the tips, like having an understanding of moving the metal without distorting the orange peel. So
Right.
moving it up cleanly and
No
all that stuff.
blisters. No blisters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, the amount of pressure on the type of tip you got and all that good
Yeah.
stuff. It's,
Well,
Some
that
of
was
these
a big
sharp-
deal with my in-person training was switching to soft tips and how long to stay with a soft tip and when to switch. That was a huge turning point for me.
yeah. 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 Man, I remember the day I discovered soft tips. Oh, yeah, buddy. It was a beautiful day. A beautiful day. But yeah. Yeah. I mean, some of the best Dent guys I know are former body guys. You know, Cliff included, uh, uh,
Yep.
Jack Bucknell. You got Corey Nichols. Shit,
Yep.
Glidewell's worked in a body shop previous.
I mean, it's
I
pretty
mean,
amazing. Just about every PDR tech we've had on here, almost every PDR tech we've had on here, tells us their history. And they said, well, I was in the body shop, and sometimes they didn't make it past prepper,
right.
but they were in a body shop first, because clearly they were into cars and making cars look good,
Yep.
you
Yep.
know?
Yep.
So,
Donnie K. Don
hey,
Kavanaugh.
Don.
No Don Kavanaugh. No Dent Reaper. Don Kavanaugh changed my mentality. So early on in the PDR days, the mentality was you don't talk to no like. I was trained if a body guy came up to me, I'd work in Hale in a body shop or something, and they come up and start watching or asking questions. You turn off your light, put down your
Yep.
tools, and walk away.
Yep.
And yeah, Don. He was the guy that provided the paradigm shift that like we can all help each other, and
Hmm.
uh, made me see the light that it's better. We're better together.
Hmm.
We're better helping every tech we can instead of trying to hide it. And like I can't tell you the amount of things I've learned from adopting that paradigm shift and
Hmm.
that mentality. The amount of things I've learned is countless. It's
We're all
unlimited.
better for it. We're all better
Yeah,
for it.
yeah,
We all have information to help each other with these things, and so
Yeah, for sure.
yep,
it's
yep,
I'm very glad that the industry took that change, because when I started in this industry, that's how it was. And I go
yep,
over the corner. We don't get much hail, but when we did get hail, we call on the traveling PDR techs. You walk over there, they turn all the lights off, and they go, "Listen, man, you got to go away so I can do my work." And it's like,
yep, yep,
I just want to see what you're doing. No,
yeah,
it's like,
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
well, what
Yeah,
the
now I mean
hell?
I've helped a lot of guys in the body shops. Just like they got questions. It's cool to answer. And sometimes they'll ask you a question that like, oh shit, I don't know. I just kind of do it. Then it makes you think about
Hmm.
how you're doing that and why, and
Hmm.
it's uh, it's good for everyone. So yeah, but yeah, Don was a number one, and then the pod got PDR College and PDR Tool Time both um,
Yeah.
preached that mentality. So yeah, help your local tech if you can. Yeah, it pays dividends down the road for damn
Hmm.
sure. You will learn a lot and make a lot of good friends too. So that's a bonus. So
That's
yeah,
why
and if
we're.
Don ever has another, I shouldn't put him on blast like this, but if Don ever has another event, get your ass up to Minnesota because Donnie always does it right. He's got a beautiful shop. He hasn't had an event at the new shop yet. Not 100% done, I don't think. So maybe that's why. But I'm sure when he's ready, he'll do something. And yeah,
Sounds
I'm
good to
looking
me.
I'm
Yeah,
looking
absolutely.
forward to it. So
Sounds good to me.
yeah,
All
I
these
was.
little events are so key. I mean, I talk about Mobile
Mm,
Tech Expo, but the little events, you get the chance to really talk to people.
Hmm.
Whereas at MTE they might be a little bit too busy. So
yeah.
how many
Well,
cores does it take to come out?
I, I'm gonna I'm
He
gonna
wants to
answer
know.
Alex's question with an action, and that is at least one more. I'll be right back.
Nice. Yeah.
That's great.
Always pay it forward. Have a local tech. Have a local networks of techs is huge. Yeah. Yeah. I have heard though that not here recently, but in the past that they didn't want body guys to know PDR because that would kind of flood the market, or they was afraid that um I guess the PDR jobs and the body shops would be no longer or any of that stuff. But I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of body guys really don't want to do PDR to the full
Right.
potential. They just want
Yeah.
to maybe use the tools to like help with the getting it close to ready for filler process. They're not really studying, trying to read a light and all that stuff. They just make it a little faster for them. So
Yeah. And I feel like saying, oh, it's going to flood the market and whatever. I mean, there's enough dents. There's more than enough dents. Like
Yep.
that famine thinking is, it just prevented. I think it prevented our industry from growing. And you have seen massive growth in the last, whatever it is, 5-7 years, and I think that's part of that paradigm shift, kind of getting out into the masses with the likes of PDR Tool Time and PDR College and Dent Digest and all that stuff, which is part of why I started Dents and Dreams. It was PDR Tool Time and PDR College were kind of slowing down, and I said, well, why not do another one? And I've even heard people say recently, there's more and more. Gene Fetty just started a podcast with AAI,
which is really good.
and you guys and a couple
Dent
of redheaded
Slayer.
weirdos. What were those redheaded guys?
The redheaded stepchildren.
The golden Micah winning.
yeah, right.
Ginger Bros Dent Show. But I think it's great. I think it's good, and yeah. I mean, I don't know that it's crazy for me to think like there's not enough time, maybe even to keep up with every single PDR podcast. And I guess you guys would be more of a combo cast. I don't know what you call.
Well, yeah, that's why we started this originally, because, like I said, when it was when I was trying to learn PDR, whether I was going to do it, do a paintless version of it or just use it in collision shop, it was so much different stuff to use and what to use when. So that was really the thing. Trying to take some of that monotonous overthinking, overwhelming aspect out of it and bring it to a different light, and maybe have guys like you that have made tools and come up with Dent Reaper and what the benefits would be of having that type of stuff, or different glues and collision, and like Mike Mack and Kiko and Danny Hacker showing all the big glue pulling stuff down to what kind of rods, tips, and such you use, just to make it easier, or help some guys that, probably don't want to go through all that or don't think it's worth it. I mean, it's all worth it.
Yeah.
It's just, do you want to dig through it? And we just hope to make it easier for some people, really.
Yeah. And I'm sure you have. For damn sure. It's and like I say, I think there's room for all of it, and we're all different people. We all have different styles to our shows, and whatever certain people are gonna gravitate towards.
Yeah, and
style and
like Alex says right here, just stand out from your competition, and that's really what it's about. When we started the Smash Master stuff, there wasn't guys out here talking about collision and PDR, combining the two with glue pulling and all that. So here we are, 33 episodes later.
A good bridge.
Also,
speaking of all these dang podcasters, Gene Fetty says a late hello there. Hello there, Gene.
Hey, Gene. We just plugged your podcast for a minute there.
Yeah. Is your AAI? Is his AAI training still on sale? I think there's.
I don't know if they have a sale, but we have a discount code for it.
Oh, well, there you go. bada bing.
It probably doesn't work with any other sales, but
Yeah, he was having a Black Friday sale. He had a Black Friday
yeah,
package,
the
444.
444 for all of his things. Yeah, that's true.
3 hours left, it says, if you guys want to hop on to his online training
Yep,
course.
yep, yep.
So
I would imagine it's invaluable. I haven't watched it. I've seen Gene in person several times, and they they don't call him the Guru for nothing. I'll just
Oh,
put it
right,
that way. Yeah.
it's such useful information. I still can't say enough about his training, especially. I mean, for me, it was the anatomy of a tab section that really blew me away. So
right.
anybody, I don't care how long you've been glue pulling, if you already can get your glue to stick, you will benefit from this.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
It is so.
Absolutely.
Jared from A Better Repair says bigger issues getting consumers to think PDR before body shop. 100%. That's why I like to do my PDR videos. To
Yep.
try and
Oh, yeah.
educate the public that PDR is even an option. Even my own father, not too long ago, sent me pictures of dents on his truck. He's down in Florida. That's why I didn't fix them. And he goes, oh, what should I get the body shop to fix these? I said, no, call PDR guy. He goes, what's PDR? No clue what PDR was, and he's a car guy and everything. So we just have
Yeah.
to educate the
Yeah.
public that this even exists.
Yeah, yeah.
And that it's not boiling water and dry ice, and I've gotten some weird things. Like I've gotten guys come up and they're like, so after you're done, like I'm not gonna have spider cracks a year from now, right? And it's
Right.
like, no. Why would
heard,
you have spider cracks? Like what?
Right. We've heard, what was the other one that we heard recently? The dent, like, going back in, or just
Yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah, the dent popped back. It's like no, it didn't.
That's not how physics works.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not as understood as it should be, for darn sure. And
We're working.
I think it has come a long way. I'll say
It
that.
Mm-hmm.
I do think we still have a long way to go, but
For sure.
yeah. I think
there's a whole new avenue of things that the dent world is going to now that it wasn't really diving into until a few years ago. Really, I mean, you got what T-form repair and lateral tension and all this other stuff coming out now.
Yep.
Big actual minor collision damage. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, and it's I would give a tip of the cap to Bryce Kelly. He was the first person to kind of really show on video, anyway, that I remember in my career, doing some of these bigger smashes.
Yep.
And 100% PDR, and
Yeah.
definitely pushed me to up my game, and
Yeah.
I think
have a
the
used car manager be like, "Can you do anything with that?" And I'd look at it and be like, "That fucking Bryce guy could. I bet I could do it." And yeah, I learned a lot. I learned a lot.
Yeah, you will. It's a whole different world. I didn't see Bryce do the big some of the bigger stuff first. I know he does the crazy stuff and is well known for that now, but 15 years ago, Sal with his dent dial had some pretty crazy videos out.
Yep.
And then that was one of the first guys that I had ran across on the YouTube algorithms. Not saying there weren't other guys out there, but that was one of the first guys I had seen.
Yep. Yeah. Well, Toledo was definitely the first that I remember, and then Sal and Bryce started doing the bigger smash stuff, and yeah, it's crazy how far it's come now. Now, I mean, there's shit every day that blows my mind from techs all over the world, and
it's reached new highs, like stocks and anything else. It's gone up and it's stuck right here, and everybody's just gonna have to adapt to it or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, pushing with the heel of the I mean, you can push with the heel of any tool, really, but um, yeah, not really what it's designed for. Not to say you couldn't do it, but yeah, I mean, the idea on this fat tip is to give a smoother push, and
Yeah.
I mean, you'd get a fairly similar push, I think. But yeah, um, and you might see some different shapes of this Kratos tip on it coming down the road. So
Top Gun
we'll
TDR is very good.
Marty Runick is he's pretty. He's the
yeah,
OG.
yeah. I mean, he kind of brought lateral tension to the. I mean, he was calling it the something with an F. Come on, I can't. It's in there somewhere, guys. I don't know.
No worries.
But yeah, there was
Fairmont method.
Fairmont method. Thank you. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was calling it the Fairmont method, but yeah, he was doing lateral tension long before it became popular anyway.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, here's another good thing. I got this just sitting here. If you guys have never seen this book, The Key to Metal Bumping by Frank T. Sargent. There's gold in these here. But if you know what the letters mean when you put them together, know how to read.
Yeah.
Sometimes
This is a good book to read. Good book to have. So really understanding metal flow.
I would agree with that. I would agree with Marty and Barry bringing it to the industry for sure. There's some really good stuff, and we're at new highs with this stuff, and gonna see what happens with it next. But let's see.
Yeah. I mean, the growth has just been crazy, and I'm
has.
excited to see where it goes from here, and yeah, it's just been a great ride the last few years, man. It's
inspiring.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely.
It really is. It really is.
And it's even more so after drooling over Bryce's videos and then meeting him in person and seeing how humble of a person he is and how supportive he is of everybody that he comes across. So it's just
my first MTE,
he's not the only
Bryce,
one. Everybody I've met, everybody, it was. Yeah.
My first MTE, Bryce came to the A1 booth and said he wanted to buy a Dent Reaper. I'm like, no, dude, you can have it. And he's like, no, dude, I'm buying it. And like, yeah,
that's gotta be a good feeling, huh?
I almost cried, man. Yeah, it was like, dude,
thank you.
Yeah, that first year was a lot of me peeing my pants. Like, I saw you on video. And,
I bet it was crazy, getting all that stuff. I bet it was a wild ride for sure coming up with all that. Especially with you just bending some rods and coming up and said, I want these and 50 of them, and then here you are now.
Yeah, it's been
pretty incredible.
Absolutely.
Been quite the ride, and yeah, super thankful, and yeah.
Just over a year ago, I was just a body tech. So look what's going on now.
I was quietly pushing in the corner, I didn't want to tell anybody that I was doing a terrible job and making TPs in places I shouldn't.
Well, you guys, how long did it take you to get to, the tickety talk fame that you were able to get such big audiences? I mean, I didn't really see you guys until you had already had, pretty large audience. I was like, holy shit, who's this guy?
Better part of a year, but that is a year of posting every single day.
Yeah.
Every day. I'm going live multiple times a week. and just constantly watching myself and critiquing and improving and yada yada and investing and networking. I mean, it's people all the time said, "Oh, you got those boots for free? I should start making videos." I'm like, "Yeah, you sure?" It just takes up a lot of my time. So it's
It
but
really
no,
does.
thank you. It's yeah, it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. It's pretty amazing what a social media account will do.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
sure.
yeah. Well, yeah, and yeah, most people don't understand the grind, but I think a lot of PDR guys do, especially if they own their own business. Like
Business
we're
owners
a
get
lot
it.
of them
Yeah.
making content for the business, and if you do have your own business and you're not doing that, what I mean, everybody's business is built different, but if you want retail work, um, even my dumb face got me like people want to see the person that they're going to do business with. It helps a lot. So
Yep. Yep. You gotta be comfortable putting yourself on camera, your voice on camera. And if you don't want to waste a whole lot of time, your first take on that voiceover is good enough.
Yeah.
yep,
Don't redo it 50 times because you didn't like something. Just post it. Just get it out there. Nobody cares. It's
yeah,
Like
well,
like
yeah.
Andy says right here, staying on top of it is super difficult. And for a while he was killing it with some of those funny, cool videos, and circling all over the place. But once you dip out of it, to dip back into it is extremely difficult. It's almost like starting at zero again.
Yeah. Oh
I'm
yeah.
honestly at a little bit of a
So
plateau myself in my personal social media.
speaking of the starting at zero, like Gene's talking about right here, it's definitely a grind.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Most definitely. Yeah. And I mean that's
Yep.
coming from Gene Fetty. He did the marketing minute on the PDR College podcast.
Mm.
He's not a slouch. He knows what he's doing, and
Right.
he knows all the steps to take. And even when you know the steps to take, it's still a grind. And whatever, the algorithm changes every day, and what they used to reward you for now, they are what they used to reward you for, they punish you for now. And
Right. They change it all the time. They don't tell
yeah,
us. I mean, there's no web page to look up. What does the algorithm want from me?
yeah,
Yeah.
All you get is a
Right.
bunch of myths, and some of them are right, and some of them might not be right tomorrow. They might change it on you. So, yeah, no, it's can be tough, but it's really, I mean, first thing, and then anybody tells me they want to get into social media, first thing I ask them, can you be consistent? Can you post consistently? And if they tell me no, then I'm like, then don't even try.
Right.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
even try. Like,
Give him-
if you can do it consistently, then come back to me with your next question, and I'll help you. But yeah,
Yeah.
Give
Yeah,
him
Dylan-
I'm streaky at best.
Dylan,
Oh,
I
yeah.
need my own Dylan.
She's been on the grind for some time now, which has been
Yeah.
cool to see.
She is so
She's
good
really,
too.
yeah, she's really good at what she does, and yeah, really cool chick, really cool chick.
Yeah.
I've had the
Yeah,
pleasure of being
don't
out
let
at
her
Gene's
go.
shop and having some videos done with Dylan. And yeah, if you get that opportunity, I would tell you to jump on it.
So to respond to Alex, yeah, I said just a body tech. I know being a body tech is not a small feat, but what I meant is just a body tech instead of a body tech with PDR, which I'm sure you knew, but
Right. Yeah.
that's what I mean. And Alex says you can pay to get followers. They're bots. They're not real people. They're not just from other countries. They are not actual human beings. These are just bot accounts created by companies. I know creators that have most of their followings through bot accounts because they paid for them, and they seem to be proud of that. I
Yeah, whatever.
haven't paid for any personally, and that's why I only have so many and not so many. And I'm fine with that. That's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, yeah. Well, shit, even you can get fake followers without even
Yeah,
trying.
Right.
Just start up a brand new page and see how many fake bot accounts you get.
They just happen. I'm sure I have some. I just haven't paid for any of them. That's all. So
Yeah.
that doesn't help you. Well, Mr. Videen, I really appreciate you coming on. It's getting a little bit late for me over here on the East Coast.
You guys don't go 4 hours?
You want to go for
We were warned you wanted to.
I'm having a great time. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No, this
you
was
guys
a
better-
lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tons of fun. Yeah. Thanks for having me on. It's been awesome.
Yeah, and people could make sure to head to pdrtool.com or dentreaper.com before 11:59 tonight
Yeah.
to get your discount. And all the other Black Friday specials, the AAI special, and so we got lots of representation in the comment section. So sorry if I didn't hit all of you.
Yeah,
But,
and for the guys that don't know, if you want the 4-hour party hangout on the podcast, go to Dent Nerds, and also hit up Dents and Dreams podcast to see more of the lovely Jon Videen face going on here that we've had for an hour and 30 minutes now.
Lovely. Yeah. Not the word I would have used, but
I know. I didn't want to. I don't want to go there.
I'm sure my mom would agree with you.
Yeah. Hey there.
Hey, somebody's got it, right?
Somebody has to, right?
Yeah, I fooled my wife at least. That's enough.
We're not gonna tell her. Don't worry. Nobody's
All
gonna.
right.
Tell
Oh yeah,
her.
that is I do remember her. Yeah, it's good to meet you out there too, Janelle.
Yep.
Yeah, she was hanging out with you guys for a minute, but she was there. She wasn't there the whole time.
Yeah, the
You
whole
were-
time.
you
Yeah,
were
she was there. She just wasn't with us the whole time. That's all.
Yeah.
She was off winning a Snap-on toolbox for free.
Right.
Oh no shit!
A nice big one too.
Oh, that's fucking awesome! Congrats.
Lucky Janelle, yeah, very big congrats. But yeah,
Check it out.
I figure we might as well just sign off. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah. Well, did you want to show Collision Verse or anything like that, or you want to wait till the?
Well, I meant to do it at the beginning of the show and I didn't.
Okay, we'll wait. We'll wait on the net. We'll wait.
Well, you brought it up, so real quick, there's a whole new the social media page for the Collision world called Collisionverse. It's collisionverse.com. It is free to sign up. I'm on there. I'll be sharing my videos and stuff on there. Got other lots of names on there. I mean, Auto Body Strong's on there. Oli Paints. I mean, it's gonna get to be a really big community, and it's all about positivity and helping each other and everything. So, collisionverse.com. I'm gonna be talking about that a lot in the future because I really think this is something that'd be great for our community. I even have. Let's see, it's got courses and e-learning here. I even put up my own course. Of course, it's not going to load. But I've already put up my own course on how to get big repair times. And more to come from not just me, but others, and teamwork and all sorts of stuff. And so, yeah, let's create a big community.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
It is.
Is there if a PDR guy wanted to get on there, would they even let him in?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
We're all about learning.
Absolutely.
Just don't be a troll and you're good.
Yeah.
Who's gonna go on every page?
I
You
could have
use mud
PDR'd
on
that. That might get you kicked off pretty quick.
Fair.
But yeah, and I will, Janelle, I will ask for them to add the top 8 feature. How
The
about that?
top 8 we're
Yeah,
bringing
we can
back.
have our top 8.
We're bringing back. Oh,
My favorite
MySpace.
8 people.
Oh,
That's good.
Nice,
But but yeah, all right, guys.
Yep. Peace
Awesome.
out.
Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great evening.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.